Hello, everybody. Sam here with the October 2020 sign-in here on Shop Refresh notes for Disney Heroes Battle Mode, of course. And this is basically just showing us what Sadness is going to look like as the sign-in hero. So let's look at Sadness here. I'll just start out by saying that I'm sorry for those of you who I told that I believed another character was going to be the sign-in hero. And I'm not going to say who that character is in case you don't want to be spoiled, but they are more of a spooky character and fit more in with the October theme and what they usually do for October. And it was just kind of surprising that we got Sadness, and also that character was data mined before Sadness, so it just made sense that that character was going to be the sign-in hero. And everybody basically believed that they were going to be the sign-in hero, and instead it turned out to be Sadness. So I don't know, it kind of envelops that feeling of sadness because I know a lot of people wanted that character. But people want Sadness too, and I'm excited to see her. Mostly just to get more inside-out characters. I'll be honest, Sadness is probably my least favorite one, but it maybe means that we could get Disgust and Fear at some point as well. And I think she looks good in this game. I think she looks pretty accurate to how she looked in the movie. And she fits pretty well in with joy and anger as well. I think the details on her hair really capture that inside-out look. And yeah, I think she looks good. She's a tank hero, and she'll be the sign-in hero on all servers. So let's go through her skills. The Circle of Sadness, when it's passive, instead of using a basic attack, she cowers, dodging basic attacks, and gaining stacks of sorrow. So that's her new kind of ability or status effect is sorrow, and it's specific to her. She gains stacks of sorrow when an ally is KO'd, and she gains armor and reality for each stack of sorrow, and carries a portion of her stacks of sorrow from wave to wave. And then her active ability, she targets the enemy with the most remaining HP, piling stacks of fatigue to them, and creating a circle of sadness around them. While in the circle, all enemies are silenced, and debuffs applied to them last longer. So that's actually kind of legitimately sad that she gains sorrow when her friends die around her. Like, that's messed up. The Rain Cloud. Sadness sleeps on a rain cloud and rides it over enemies, causing enemies to take damage per second. She deals more damage with the skill per stacks of sorrow. The Wails and Woes. She starts to wail, dealing damage to and silencing nearby enemies. Sadness deals more damage with this skill per stack of sorrow. And then slow down. Enemies who damage Sadness have their attack and movement speed reduced. This speed reduction can stack up a number of times. Finally, the Sad State. She gains stacks of sorrow for enemies that are silenced. Silenced enemies take more damage from basic attacks. And her friendships are going to be with Eeyore and Joy. Eeyore obviously to fit in with the sadness theme, and then Joy being her actual friend in the movie. And then her friendships will not be available until the next update, which we are supposed to assume is next week, but this update got delayed a bunch, and that update has already been delayed like multiple weeks, like maybe even a month at this point. That 2.3 update was supposed to come out, so we honestly don't know if it's coming out next week at this point. Again, we were told it was coming out next week, but we have no idea. So the shop refreshes here. It starts off by reminding us that Sadness is the sign-in hero, but Captain Amelia will be in the VIP crate, Cheshire Cat in the Guild, Maximus replacing Linguini and Remy in the City Watch, Davy Jones in the Creep Surge, Shan Yu in the Arena, Flynn Rider in the Coliseum, Madam Mim in the Heist Shop, and Gerald, Marlin, and Nemo in the Guild War Shop. So Captain Amelia, as usual, with the sign-in heroes, moving over to the VIP crate. Other good mentions is Cheshire Cat, the previous sign-in hero before Captain Amelia, is now available in the Guild crate. Maximus, who was before just a Diamond crate character, is allowed to get more for him. Davy Jones, another sign-in hero. And the rest are kind of old, but if you need more chips for them, it's an easier way to do so. And I don't know when Sadness will show up. She honestly might have showed up already. I haven't looked yet today. But she'll be showing up one of these days, and I'll make a video when she does. And obviously she's coming out on the 17th, or on the 7th. But before we go, we have kind of a mystery here. So at the bottom, I don't have a picture of this, but it says, "We know you've been patient for a long time. The next update is going to be something big." And the word big is actually a link to a post. And here's the post. It's just a bunch of gibberish. But obviously, it's looking to be decoded. You know, these letters are stand-ins for other letters. And obviously, there's like an apostrophe there, so it's going to be apostrophe S. So Q's are going to be S's and stuff. You can kind of try and figure this out on your own. But basically, I went to this website called Box and Trick, and it kind of tells you what cipher it seems to be. So it told me it was a substitution cipher solver. So I copy and paste it into that tool, and when you do the auto solve, here's the text that it gives you. Perplexing ostriches send tiny elephants into grand heartening travels. For the final clue, use September's patch notes as the pad to help you decode. So right away, this kind of seems like gibberish of words. But if you look at the first letter of each of the beginning words for that weird message, it's post 8. If you can see that there. I didn't highlight them or anything in the picture, but just look. The first letters spell out post 8, and then for the final clue, use September's patch notes as the pad to help you decode. So that's kind of the only clue they gave us. So I recorded all this like a few hours ago, and I thought that was all of the codes we were going to get, but then we started discovering some more. So after that last one, we found this one, which is another bunch of jumble words. We put that into the decoder, and it gives us this message here that says, "Nice job, you're certainly getting the hang of this now. The next hint is going to be on post 139,153, but you're going to have to use your game knowledge to find the next key, which hero has a skill that could be a post on this section of the forum." So, I guess by we, I mean the Discord group for Disney Heroes, started looking through some stuff, and we found the next code. Where was it? It was in the patch notes. It was the post number that it says there. We went to the patch notes, and it gives us this binary number here. And if you put that in, it gives us this weird code. And if you put that into another decoder, it says, "Also shows up in the friendship between two very magical beings in the game." Okay, so I tried to record the ending to this video like multiple times now, and each time we get more information. So I think at this point we finally kind of came to a standstill. It might be a while before we get information. So I figured I'd just upload this video, and then we'll get through that. So basically, after that hint, we went to the page where Merlin was first shown, and in his friendships there was another code, and here's the code on screen. And this one was pretty much indecipherable for a while. It spent like an hour just trying to go through and get all of the the ciphers, and nothing was working. And all the other ciphers I had done on my own, but this one I had to get the help of FreeJ here, or Freege, and congrats to him. Also, Lily Canna or Lily Santa, they both found it around the same time, and I don't even know how they found it, but basically they copy and pasted the September sign-in hero entire, what is it, the entire first few lines, and then put it into the key for one of the ciphers, and it gave us the next code, which is collect a few words and phrases. September sign-in hero blue skill. Bonds between heroes like these. A hero move to the guild create in September. The group of friends you create in the game. The name of the challenge where you have to complete the city watch in any mode 5 times, and the name of the badge that proves your courage in the face of bears. Once you complete everything, think about how this all started and go find the end. And actually the first hint said that the final hint, you would need the September sign-in patch notes. So basically they were telling us to do that the whole time, and that was kind of the reason why we were supposed to use that huge chunk of stuff as the key. And if this is confusing to you, it is confusing. It's a very confusing situation, and it's very hard to figure out. But basically, after that, we went through and found out what we think all the clues are. So the blue skills blast those enemies. The bond might be friendships. The person that was added to Guild Crate was Davy Jones. Guilds are your friends in the game. On the case is that name of the challenge, and the emblem of bravery is that badge. But we've been able to do nothing with this information. And we've tried a few different things, but we're mostly stumped. So we're not really doing all that much. Like it says that we're supposed to go back to the beginning, but we're not sure how to do that. So now it kind of leaves it up to you guys. If you have any ideas of what we're supposed to do, or if you have figured it out, definitely let everybody know. We've been trying this since the patch notes were released this morning. I've been up since 9, and I've been looking at this ever since. So about 8 hours I've been looking at this. And I'm ready to stop looking at it and hopefully look back at it in a few hours and someone will have figured it out. And I will post a picture or something, or maybe even make an extra video just talking about the end of the scavenger hunt. But anyways, I'm excited to see Sadness on the 7th, and I'll have a video of it then. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.